Hi, welcome to today's session. We will discuss more on Unix files. We will see how to create files, what are different ways of creating files, and then we will see different file manipulation commands. Okay, so let's begin. So as you can see on the screen, we are connecting to shell. So shell, it reads your commands and interpret them as a request to execute. So it is a command interpreter we have, which will eventually execute our commands and it will display the output accordingly. Okay, so now we have already seen the ls command in our previous session. So if I say ls-l, so we are starting from scratch. So we have no files, no directories under my current working directory. Okay, so this is my current working directory and I am using the shell, which is a default shell here. It is /bin/sh is my default shell. We can also use K shell, bash, we can also use C shell depending on your programming environments. But yeah, this is the default Bourne shell we are using now. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll first see what all different ways of creating a file. Okay, so file creation. Okay, so we'll see the most common ways, and it is used to create a file. The first one is a touch command. We can use this to create a file, at the same time it is used to tracking the file modification time. Okay, then second is we can use also a cat command, which is used to relatively create smaller files. Let's say I want to create a file with 4 to 5 lines. Yes, this is a good option to use. Okay, and then we can use the VI or Vim editor. That is a visual editor. That is a VI stands for visual. Okay, now see how we can run and how we can see the result of it. So we can see the first, which is a touch. This is a command which we can use to create a file. Okay, so let's say I will say the touch, the command name, followed by the argument, which is my file. So I will give first underscore file. Let's say I will give extension .txt. Okay, and just hit enter. So now if I list all the files in my current directory, yes, you can see now that the file is created. Okay, and now we can see that this is like ordinary file because the first bit starts with hyphen. Just hyphen means it is an ordinary file. Okay, now this is mainly used to create a file without adding any content. Sometimes just to create a temporary file, this command is used. Okay, or if the file is already created and you want to see the modification time, then we can use a touch command. Okay, the last modified time. So it will not override the content, it will just modify the timestamp. Okay, now the second command we'll explore is cat. Okay, so cat command is used to create file. It is used also for displaying the content of the file. Okay, so now I'll use a cat command to create the file. For this you have to use something called as a redirection symbol, which is this. You can see this is a redirection symbol which you have to use, followed by I will give the name of the file. So this is my second file. Again I'll give, let's say, my extension as text file. I will hit enter, and then I have to enter the text like this is my second file. Okay, I will hit enter. Let's say another line, just hit enter. Let's say I will end up thanks, and I will enter, and let's say I want to end here, so I will say Control C. Okay, this is about creation of my file. So I will do -L. Yes, now you can see the file is created. So this is also another way of creation of the file, but yes, as I said already, this is used to create a relatively smaller files like 4 to 5 up to 10 lines. Yes, it's good. Okay, but otherwise the most common way of creating file is using the VI editor. So VI basically stands for visual editor. Okay, so we can use the command with VI is the command name followed by the file name. So I'll give here, let's say this is, I'm creating a third file .txt. Okay, so VI, and you can give the file name. This is one way of doing it. Another is you can just give the VI, and while saving you can give the file name. Okay, so now let's see this approach. So VI followed by the file name and hit enter. So it will open another editor. Okay, and now this is the VI editor where we can enter our content. So always while working with VI, you have to first enter into the insert mode, because we are inserting some text inside it. So you have to say escape followed by I. So you have to press like this is the escape key followed by I. Okay, that will bring it to insert mode. Okay, by default VI works when once we enter it is into the command mode. Okay, so then we can switch to insert and back like this. Okay, so now let's come back to our session. We are in insert mode. You can see here this is showing insert as a mode. Fine, now we can type here this is to save and exit. Okay, I can say escape colon W for saving and Q for quitting. So it will come back to our original prompt. If I don't give W, it will not save, it will just quit. Okay, so and then I will hit enter. So we are saving and coming back to original prompt, which is, you can see now if I do ls-l, yes, my file is created, and you can see the content using the cat command. Let's say I am giving also VI command, I am giving another underscore file, I am hitting enter key. Let's say I am entering some keyword. So you can see by default it is not, it will insert mode, it will ask, let's say I am giving something, but while saving if you just say Q and I will hit enter. Okay, so no write since last change. Okay, so add question exclamation, so you have to give Q and exclamation. That means I am not doing any save, I am just quitting it. And if I say ls-l, you can see the file is not at all created. So giving W is important. So you have to give escape colon, which will come back to your command mode. Okay, you have to say escape followed by colon. Okay, then type W and Q. So like without any space, just to be very specific, that means which stands for save and quit. Okay, and then that's the way your file is created. So we have created our third file using the VI editor. Okay, now we will see how to modify the contents of the file. Okay, so how to modify the content? let's say we already have a file, first file.txt, which is not having any content. So I want to now add content in this file. So I will say, again, I will use the command clear, which is used to clear my screen. It's good for reading purpose. Yeah. So now if I look at first underscore file dot text, there is no content inside it. So now we can use, the first way is using cat option. Again, the cat command followed by redirection symbol. Now here you have to be careful. It is like redirection called as appending. Okay, and then you can say again the file name first underscore file dot text. Yeah, and I'll say appending, or let's say, because we don't have anything, it's ideally adding content in first file. Okay, and then again I'll come out of it. Okay, now we can just say ls-l. We can see the file size is increased. Yeah, file size initially was 0 and now it is 29, because we have added the content inside the file. If I say content inside the file, yes, I can see now. Okay, so this is the one way to add a content. Another, add or append, or any modification you want to do. You can do this modification using this. VI editor is ideal for modification because we can do lots of editing inside the VI. So let's say I will open now the file. Again, the first file I will open. Okay, I'll open in VI editor. It will show my original content. So I can do the cursor right and left, and if I want to add anything, I'll go into append mode. Okay, that is again moving to insertion, and let's say I'm adding another line, new line. Okay, and then I will say WQ, and I. So when we'll go into advanced utilities, we'll also see how to grep particular text, how to replace particular text. But yeah, at this point it is the initial phase, so we will not cover that. We'll first go with the basic, and then we'll cover into advanced topics in the further sessions. Okay, so this is about the file creation. We have seen 3 different ways. Okay, so in the next session I will explain about various file handling commands, like removing the file, for example, or copying the file, or renaming the file, as well as we will also deal with the directories. Okay, so thank you for watching and have a nice day.